Welcome to another episode of Idea Dream Home Season 5. When you're building a home, you should have an idea about the cost and the current trends. And for the same, you can take the help of your friends and your architect. So let me introduce our judges, Anna Kurivila, Arun Vidyasagar. Anna, do you think false ceiling is necessary for homes?
I wouldn't say it is necessary, but everybody is using it these days. Before we used to have the matcha, that would be the earliest form of false ceiling that we Malayalis used. Nowadays, I think there is an overuse of thing. We can use it for doing some concealed lighting. We can do it to bring in that indirect lighting, but we spend a lot of money on the false ceiling. There are different kinds, like you can do it with plain gypsum. You can take wood on the ceiling. In the bathrooms, you can go for PVC. But then you really don't need so much of it. Just do it. When we design for false ceiling, we should keep in mind the height of the room.
Okay.
It decreases the height. So if the room height is a lot, you can try out some designs, but otherwise keep it to the minimum.
But when you are talking about the false ceiling, which one is costly? You have talked a lot of different types of ceilings.
Definitely wood and the polish, and even the maintenance of those false ceiling would be, because cobwebs can get inside and all this. So go for simple ones, stick to only what is necessary. That's my recommendation.
Okay. What's your opinion?
False ceiling is necessary to the location, means where it's going to be used. Like what she was telling, it is not absolutely necessary for all houses. It will also depend for the modern houses. What we say is if there is a specific service requirement for a house, like plumbing requirements and things like that, or if you want to create a mood lighting with indirect lighting like oaves, it is useful. But otherwise, keeping it minimal is always nice, because we don't build houses with very tall roofs, unlike in the Western countries where they have different forms of roofing. So I think it should be kept minimal. Don't overuse it. And these days you get a lot of materials for false ceiling, and because of that, people really fall for it. Means the glamour it gives out, you fall for it and you don't think why it's needed, or is it absolutely needed. Like what she was telling, bathrooms have got a lot of options for false ceiling, and we always do concealed plumbing. So doing it like the traditional way means you will have to go for a sunken slab, but for a service point of view, we bring it down and cover it with false ceiling, like in apartments which we see. So it makes it serviceable. So false ceilings like PVC ceiling would be helpful, and it doesn't get bad when it's wet. And even in false ceiling, for interior grades, for a moist space like Kerala, you should always go for a moisture resistant gypsum board, not the regular gypsum board. The regular gypsum will always absorb moisture, and it will puff up, and it will promote algae growth. So you have to go for a specific correct grade of false ceiling. Again, wood is a good option wherever it's necessary, and going for a lot of wood will make houses like how we had in the early days. The traditional houses were dark because of the wooden ceiling. We never used paint, but instead houses were purely a sleeping space in those days. There was a lot of outdoor activities. So keeping that in context, I think going for wooden ceiling should be minimal, because it doesn't reflect light like as much the white ceiling does. So it's a matter of choice, and it's not always necessary also to go for it.
Okay. So today I'm going to show a beautiful house, that is Jehovah Jireh from Kadavanthara.
Hi friends, welcome to Idea Dream Home Season 5. I am at Jehovah Jireh house in Kadavanthara. This is a 3,000 square feet house, 2-story. Basically it's built in a cottage style. And to talk about the exterior as well, the landscape area is very beautiful. They have garden throughout the house completely. It's a nature loving house. So I'm really excited to see this house. Let's go in now. Alright, so I'm at the entrance of the house, and they have garden space on my both sides. Very nicely done, and gives a very pleasant feel to the entrance. Then on the left side they have a spacious sit out area. The flooring used in that particular area is vitrified tiles, the cream vitrified tiles. Then they also have a little courtyard space that's teamed up with hanging flower pieces and white pebbles. Then over this particular portion, the flooring is granite. So that's right, the entrance of the house. Let's go in now. We have entered the house and we are in the living area. This is the formal living space, and the decor and design has been kept quite simple and classy. Well, the furniture suggests you, and the furniture, the decoration that they have done all reflects a classy touch. Then to talk about the flooring, they have vitrified tiles. The cream vitrified tiles have been used entirely in this house. Opposite to me is the pathway that leads us to the dining area. So let's go there. This whole particular space has been segregated into different areas. First we have the prayer area, then the dining table. Next to it is the crockery shelf, the wooden crockery shelf. They also have cabinets below. Then next to me is the family area, the family lounge. They have done with sofas and TVing space. Then they also have a bedroom. Next to that is a wash area that's attached to the bathroom. Then this door leads us to the kitchen. So let's go inside the kitchen. Kitchen area is compact. For the detailing, they have wooden cabinets above and below. Granite slab has been used. Then the side tiles complement with the overall color scheme. They also has a breakfast table. Opposite to me, they have a crockery shelf. That's like a little partition area that leads us to the storage space. They also have a work area next to it. So this is the guest bedroom, and to talk about the detailing, first of all, the furniture, it's foldable, so you can keep back the furnitures and add up to the extra space. The bed is also double folded, so this opens up to a bigger bed. Wardrobes are built in. They also have couple of extra multi-wood cabinets to store in the extra luggage. Then the washroom is right here. They also have a little study area and wooden niche provided to keep books, and a reading corner has been provided. Then this is the dressing area portion. Windows on both the sides covered with the curtains that goes in sync with the color scheme of the room. The decor of the master bedroom has been kept very minimum and compact. The main highlight being the headboard wall. Instead of just the complete wall, this square shaped thing, they have the base is wooden. Then they have the roller blinds that's covering up the windows, picture frame and showpiece. So that's quite unique in this place. Opposite to me is the dress area and the built-in wardrobes. The dress area opens up to the washroom space. Then they also have a little study table, and windows are on the same side that provides
So that is Jehovah Jireh from Kadavanthara, and that house has got a beautiful exterior and interior. Now moving on to the judgment. Arun, what about the exterior landscape and form and character?
It's a very simple looking house. It's been dealt very simply, means they didn't want to spend anything on fussy exteriors or anything. The striking point is the entry portico. Means it's very nice to see, a very country home kind of thing, ambience with a lot of flowers growing over it, and it's very welcoming. And we can see they've gone for a lot of small potteries. I think they do a bit of collection from the exterior, what we understand is. And so that's used well, and there is a small courtyard in the sit-out with a lot of again potted plants. So they kind of maintain the house well. So that's what is understood. And landscape is also minimal in the front. They have not experimented too much, but it's not absolutely necessary also from the context where the house is. They've kept it functional, and they have a lot of open space where probably they might be having people coming, a lot of people coming. So they have enough parking space and things like that. Then the house is generally very simple, except for the lower areas. The lower areas feels very cozy. The upper part is really very formal and it's very straight. Means it doesn't have anything to say. But the lower area is very cozy and it's like very welcoming.
So Anna, what's your opinion?
It's a very beautifully and carefully landscaped house in the city. You can clearly see the homeowner's love for landscaping in this house. They've got orchids on one side, small pebble garden on the other side. And the landscape is used for privacy also. There's a small sit out which is actually covered with the plants and all that. So you can actually, it's more like an outdoor formal living room they have. The elevation is simple with the terracotta tiles, and detailing in the landscape actually wipes out. The elevation isn't all that great, but then the landscaping makes up for all that. It looks like a very practical, it's set out well in the plot, and the accessories and the plants, like I mentioned earlier, they do magic to the space.
It's a very nice house. You see a lot of wood. It's not bad. The furniture is well selected and the color of wood is also really nice. The only thing I miss out is the connect between them through the floor. The floor is very white. It looks like a glossy tile. If it was vitrified, instead of the vitrified, if it was like a terracotta or even red oxide flooring, which is not used these days, it should have rooted down the furniture really well. Now it kind of stands out. Other than that, I think the general interior is very simply done. They have a lot of pottery, good furniture, interesting spaces. They have kind of filled every space with something, so that you don't feel missing on something when you look at a wall or when you travel through the house. Furniture is very interesting. It looks like hand picked. The choice is really nice. The kitchen is very small. It doesn't feel small. It's very well organized and everything is kept in place. Though it's small, it's purely functional and it does all the support to the person who is working there.
What do you have to say about it?
I totally agree with Arun. I would add, like if you've noticed a bedroom, there were no side tables. Instead, they had placed two windows in such a way that even you can leave the windows open, the privacy is not an issue. And then there's a small bay kind of area in that place that acts as a side table and also a storage area. And also while we go up the steps, instead of handrails, they've given bookshelves. So they've tried to make use of every little corner. It's very careful and practical planning. In the bedroom, even in the guest bedroom, they have everything. They have a small study table, they have storage near the bed, there's a small dressing space. So they've really thought about everything in this house. And the kitchen again is very smart, functional. There is enough place for displaying their curios. So on the whole interior, the planning is really good.
Now coming to the color, decor and lighting.
It's very nice. The color is really nice. Only low point again is the floor. I'm stuck on the floor again. If that was changed, the whole thing would have been totally different. Lighting is also nice. They've got nice warm lighting. So that also add to the wood color. See, wood color, if it's not light color, like painted white or anything, then warm shades is the best to highlight the wood. And they have gone for that. And it's done really well. Means they have not gone for very jarring lights. And like we were discussing about false ceiling, they have not gone for so much false ceiling anywhere. So this is how it has to be planned. So you can plan like that, so that there is no need for a false ceiling at all. So that's how it's gone, and it's looking very nice. The decor is really good.
Okay, Anna, what do you think?
They have classic pieces of furniture, classic light fixtures to complement that. They have gone for very thin sheer curtains so that they're not cutting the light, or it doesn't look very heavy. The windows don't look very heavy. Every room they've given little splashes of color, like that color they would take it from the painting, they'll put it onto the curtains, to the bedspread, or the little cushions. That attention to detail is very, very evident in this house. They have beautiful little accessories, and they're all displayed very well here.
And what about the overall ambience?
Ambience is really good. Means I love the spaces, except for the exterior. Probably they had something else in mind. They had something else to do with the interior. So they wanted to concentrate on the interiors, and that's very evident. Whatever is lost in the exterior plain facade, they've made it completely in the interiors, and it's well supported throughout. Like the staircase, which I missed to say, was an interesting space. They have some storage spaces there. You can also double team that into sitting, so you can sit on top of that. Only thing I felt is the light was a little less on the staircase area. That is the only low point, but doesn't matter so much because it's just a transition space. We are just moving up and down. So other than that, every room is well detailed and it's well furnished, and they have a lot of collectibles. Means, nobody wants to have all this in the homes these days. So there are a set of people who would like to have this. Means I like to have collectibles if you have a good space to put them.
Okay. And do you agree with him about overall ambience?
Yes, it's a very warm and cottage kind of house, and like you always want to move into the next room. You sort of feel there's a surprise there in every corner.
Okay, right.
So it's very interesting, and it's overall it's a very beautiful house.
Our judges are really happy with the home. Now moving on to the marks. Anna, what about the exterior landscape, form and character? How much marks would you like to give?
For the beautiful landscape, with whatever little they have, I would give them 20 on 25.
Arun, what about you?
I would give 18. I would say why. The form is not that impressive, but like I told you, the lower part is the more interesting area. I mean, the landscape has not grown to the higher level. That's why I'm telling all this. Like she told, the landscape engages to that level only. There is no very tall trees or anything that connects to the upper part. If there was something that was growing up, probably you would not even notice the plain looking upper floor. So I would say I would give 18.
Now coming to the interior flooring and kitchen.
Every space is very effectively used and very creatively also done. Whatever pieces of furniture, that furniture is also accented in the space. So I would give them 22 on 25.
Okay. And what about you, Arun?
I was going to give the same mark, but I cut one mark for the flooring.
flooring.
Yeah, that is a really important thing in the house, which probably they might do in the time to come, and that will clear all the issues with the furniture and the connect. But otherwise, it's a very nice house. I've given 21.
Okay. And now coming to the color, decor and lighting.
The splashes of color in every room, it's very interesting. I've given them 22 on 25.
Arun?
I've given 21 for the spaces they have handled. Again, the flooring comes back to me, and I'm stuck with that. Yeah, giving 21.
Okay. And overall ambience?
Overall ambience, like Arun also said, it's a house that you would like to live in, like to stay there for a little longer. So I would give them 23 on 25.
Okay. And you, Arun?
I've balanced the ambience of the exterior and the interior. I'll give them 19.
Okay. So that's all with the judgment. So Jehovah Jireh from Kadavanthara secures 87 from Anna and 79 from Arun. And public has given a mark of 41 out of 50. So that makes a total of 207 out of 250. So we'll be back with more interesting homes in our next episode.